Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of From the Stands. We're going to be recapping the third week of the MLB season, third week of April. So yeah, lots of good stuff ahead. Let's get started with some headlines. At the beginning of the week, the Twins and Red Sox made a decision to postpone their game following the shooting of Dante Wright in the midst of the Derek Chauvin trial. This was on Monday, so they postponed that game, and then I'm sure if you guys heard, they missed quite a few games since, so we'll get into that in just a minute. AJ Hinch made his return to Houston, obviously as the manager of the Tigers, and went on to get a 3-game sweep of his old team. The Tampa Bay Rays got their American League Championship rings, showing them off. Obviously not quite what the Dodgers got, but you know, still a good ring nonetheless. Yadier Molina became the first catcher to ever catch 2,000 games as a member of the same team. He becomes the 6th catcher to catch 2,000 games, but he's the only one to do it all with one team. Carlos Rodon of the Chicago White Sox threw a no-hitter. He was so close to perfection. 2 outs from getting that perfect game. He hit a batter with a pitch. That was the only batter to reach base and got the no-hitter following that. So congratulations to Carlos Rodon. MLB celebrated Jackie Robinson Day by wearing 42 around the league. Great symbol to honor the late Jackie Robinson. Ryan Tepera of the Chicago Cubs was suspended 3 games because he threw behind Brandon Woodruff. We'll get into that in a little bit. David Ross was also suspended 1 game as the manager of the Cubs. Max Scherzer passed Cy Young in the all-time strikeout list with his 2,807th strikeout. He is now 22nd all-time on that list. The Minnesota Twins would have to postpone several more games starting on Saturday due to a COVID issue spreading throughout the team. As of now, the Saturday, Sunday, and today, Monday games have all been postponed, so we'll have to wait and see with the rest of them. The New York Mets struck out 17 of 21 batters to come to the plate. That made outs, obviously, in their game against the Rockies. They played a 7-inning doubleheader game and struck out 17 out of the 21 outs that were made in that game. Braves infielder Sean Kazmar Jr. takes his first MLB at-bat since 2008. At 36 years old. Jay Bruce announced his retirement after a long playing career with the Reds, the Mets, Mariners, Yankees, and Phillies. I don't think I missed one there, but congratulations to Jay Bruce again on a fantastic career. Shane Bieber became the first pitcher to strike out 10 or more batters in his first 4 starts of the year. He is second behind Nolan Ryan with 45 strikeouts in those first 4 games. Steven Strasburg is headed to the 10-day injured list with right shoulder inflammation after spending much of 2020 injured. Ronald Acuna Jr. left last night's game against the Cubs with lower abdominal pain. So as I'm recording this, we don't really have an update on how much time, if he's going to miss any time. So I'll make sure to let you guys know if that changes. All right, let's get on to my plays of the week. Starting it off, the White Sox had a wild walk-off ground ball. Throws it to try to get the runner at second base, actually hits the runner and allows the winning run to score. It's a crazy walk-off there. Brewers and Cubs had a bit of dust up again after Contreras' hit yet again. Cubs pitcher throws behind Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers. Both benches are Warrens, but later on, Wilson Contreras gets his revenge. Go-ahead home run. Taking his time around the bases. Huge home run. As you guys know, Carlos Rodon threw a no-hitter, but it was a perfect game until the 9th inning. Jose Abreu with a ground ball to first base makes the play. Great stretch to get Josh Naylor at first base to keep the perfect game alive. It was a very painful way to lose that perfect game. The next batter, Roberto Perez, hit in the foot with a back foot slider. That would break up the perfect game. Adam Eaton robbed Rafael Devers of a home run, long fly ball to right. We all know Fenway's got that short fence out there, but Eaton going up, robbing Devers of a home run. Jacob deGrom struck out 9 batters in a row against the Colorado Rockies. He was 1 off Tom Seaver's record of 10 strikeouts in a row. Joey Votto made an insane triple play with his shot to first base, makes the catch, steps on the bag, gets the triple play. Dodgers Padres was must-watch baseball this past weekend. In Game 2, Mookie Betts with the game-saving catch with the tying runs in scoring position robs Tommy Pham of the game-tying hit. game-saving catch. Marcus Stroman is a Gold Glove winner on the mound, and he makes this crazy behind-the-back snag and just barely gets it to first in time to get the out. All right, now on to my games of the week. Starting us off, we're going to go to Cleveland and the White Sox. The day before Rodon's no-hitter, it was Shane Bieber versus Lucas Giolito. They're both dealing. Giolito goes 7 shutout. Bieber goes 9 shutout innings. With the Indians still without a run, so it's 0-0 going into the 10th. Roberto Perez with a base hit on the ground ball to short brings in a run, and then Ahmed Rosario with a double brings in another run, so it's 2-0. The White Sox obviously have that runner on second base heading into the 10th with 2 outs. Jake Lamb, high fly ball to right field. It looks like it might be a game-tying home run, but it's caught just in front of the wall. So if you wanted a great pitching matchup, pitching game, this is your game. Let's head over to the Marlins and the Braves. The Marlins are up 3-0. Ronald Acuna Jr., 2-run shots, makes it a 1-run game. And then Pablo Sandoval, once again, off the bench, go ahead, pinch hit, 3-run home run, puts the Braves ahead. Starling Marte would get a run back, and then in the 9th, Adam Duvall ties the game up with a double before Garrett Cooper puts the Marlins ahead with a go-ahead single, but the Braves were not done yet. Bottom 9, bases loaded. Ozzie Albies draws the game-tying walk before Dansby Swanson. Once again, he's been clutch in the 9th inning, especially against the Marlins. Walk-off base hit brings it in for a Braves win. Let's get into this Dodgers Padres series. So 1-1, Fernando Tatis Jr. hits the home run coming off the injured list, puts the Padres ahead. 2 runners on, Chris Taylor, the shot to shortstop. Tatis stops it but throws the ball into right field, allowing 2 runs to score. Bottom of the 7th, Padres trailing, ground ball. Dodgers try to turn a double play, but the throwing error to first base allows a run to score. Let's head to the bottom of the 8th, the Padres down once again. Jurickson Profar doubles in to tie this game up before Justin Turner in the top of the 9th puts the Dodgers ahead, gets them a lead. But the Padres not done yet. Machado steals 2 bases to get himself to third base before Eric Hosmer with the 2-out single off at Jansen ties this game up. To the 10th inning, runner on for Jorge Mateo. He's hit by the very first pitch. Words are exchanged, bases loaded, Tatis up, Dennis Santana gets him to strike out and ends the inning. And then in the 12th, Corey Seager strikes with the 2-run homer to put the Dodgers ahead. They would score several more runs before the inning was over, and the Dodgers take the first game of the series. Let's head over to the Giants and the Marlins. Top of the 7th, the Marlins clinging to a 3-2 lead before Austin Slater 3-run shot to put the Giants ahead. Instead of the bottom of the 9th, Jorge Alfaro with the base hit brings the Marlins 1 run closer before Starling Marte ties the game up in the 9th. Giants were not done yet in the 10th. Brandon Belt with a double to bring in the go-ahead run, but the Marlins were not done. In the bottom of the 10th, Jorge Alfaro again, this time with the 2-run walk-off base hit come from behind win for the Marlins over the Giants. Set to game 2 between the Dodgers and the Padres. Pitching duel between Yu Darvish and Clayton Kershaw. Both pitchers were dealing. Bases loaded. Kershaw at the plate draws the bases loaded walk from Yu Darvish, who does not walk very many people. Brings in the go-ahead run. That would be the only run for the majority of the game until Justin Turner with the solo home run to put the Dodgers up another. We mentioned it earlier. Victor Gonzalez on the mound for the Dodgers trying to close it out. Runners on at second and third. Tommy Pham lifts what looks like it'd be a base hit to center field, but Mookie Betts lays out game-saving catch to take game 2 for the Dodgers. Let's get on to my performances of the week. First off, we're going to start with Tyler Glasnow, who threw 7 2/3 innings. He just allowed 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 14 batters. Then, of course, Shane Bieber with the complete game shutouts almost. The Indians will go on to win it in extras, but he throws 9 shutout innings, doesn't allow a run, just 3 hits, and 11 strikeouts against the White Sox. And then, of course, Carlos Rodon gets the no-hitter. He had a perfect game with 1 out in the 9th inning. The only batter to reach base was a hit by pitch, but he gets the no-hitter, 7 strikeouts, 9 shutout innings. Jacob deGrom had 14 strikeouts again, this time in just 6 innings. He goes 6 innings, no earned runs, allowed just 3 hits, and struck out 14 batters. Aaron Nola threw the first 9-inning shutout of his career. He goes all 9, of course, no runs, 2 hits, striking out 10 batters. Let's head over to the standings watch. We're going to start off with the Boston Red Sox. They won 9 straight games that ended earlier this week, but they sit atop the American League East. And then, of course, the Oakland Athletics, after starting off 1-7, they just won their 8th straight game, and they are creeping back up in the AL West. The Tampa Bay Rays swept the Yankees, and now the Yankees hold the worst record in the American League at 5-10. It's the second worst record in baseball. They sit at the bottom of the AL East. And then, of course, everybody had the Royals still leading the Central, and Seattle still leading the West, so they lead those divisions. Two more crazy division races. The Mets lead the NL East, and the Reds leading the NL Central. Players of the week, of course, AL pitchers, Shane Bieber. How can you not mention him? 17 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts. Well, he allowed 3 earned runs, so he does have a 1.59 ERA, but 24 strikeouts in 17 innings is crazy. Kyle Gibson of the Texas Rangers, 15 innings pitched, just 1 earned run allowed, 9 strikeouts for a .6 ERA. Then, of course, Carlos Rodon throws a no-hitter, so gotta throw him in here. A couple AL hitters of the week. Mitch Haniger of the Mariners hit .429 with a pair of homers, 8 RBIs, and a 1.234 OPS. And then Salvador Perez of the Royals hit .393, hit 3 homers with 7 RBIs and a 1.179 OPS. One of those home runs was a walk-off home run. My NL pitchers of the week, my first pick is going to be Yu Darvish. 14 innings pitched, he struck out 15 batters, allowed just 4 hits with a 1.28 ERA. And then I'm going to go with Marcus Stroman as my other pick. 14 innings pitched, allowed just 1 earned run with a 0.64 ERA. He threw 8 strong innings yesterday in a Mets victory. My NL players of the week, Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs hit .400 with 4 home runs and a 1.815 OPS. He had a crazy week. And Justin Turner came up clutch. Again for the Dodgers at .450, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a 1.472 OPS. Had a ton of clutch hits in that Padres series. Time for the Rookie Watch. We're going to go back to Akil Baddoo. I feel like he's on here every single week. 450 feet here in Houston. He's been red hot. Let's head over to Texas. Dane Dunning, he was the main piece acquired in the Lance Lynn trade. He's 1-0 in 3 starts. He's in 15 innings pitched. He's got 16 strikeouts. He's allowed just 1 earned run for a 0.60 ERA for the season so far. So Dane Dunning, look out for him. And then for the White Sox, Michael Kopech, who I talked about last week, made his first start since 2018. He threw 3 innings pitched, allowed just 1 earned run with 4 strikeouts. He's got a 1.69 ERA for the year, so look out for Michael Kopech, especially if he's moving back into the rotation. Let's get on to my what to watch for. My first big thing is going to be the New York Yankees. Will they wake up? They play the Braves and the Indians this week, so not the Rays. Maybe they'll play a little bit better there. So look out for the Yankees because they are too talented of a team to keep up the record that they have right now. Then we had our series of the year so far. Dodgers Padres, we're going to get more of it. Starting on Thursday, we get a 4-game set between the two teams. It will also be the Sunday night baseball game, so definitely tune into that. Those are must-watch games. And finally, let's go on to the highlight reel. Starting it off, Zach Greinke throws a 51-mile-per-hour pitch. It's the slowest tracked pitch by a pitcher not on an intentional base on balls ever. It's a very slow pitch, 51 miles per hour. Salvador Perez collected his 1,000th career hit, so congratulations to Salvi. Javi Baez made a bit of an erratic throw with this launch into the stands by Javi Baez. The Mets had a comeback win against the Phillies down in the final inning. Pete Alonso with the game-tying single before Jonathan Villar with the go-ahead game-winning base hit. Royals and the Angels. Angels have a runner on third. Salvador Perez picks him off to end the game. I believe that's David Fletcher. Picks him off to win the game for Royals victory. Bo Bichette had 2 home runs against the Yankees. His second one was a walk-off home run to win the game. Blue Jays take 2 out of 3 in that series. In the midst of the Red Sox winning streak, Alex Verdugo with a game-saving catch to end the game. Red Sox were red hot coming into this game. Pablo Sandoval does it again. Another pinch hit home run, this time a go-ahead 3-run shot. He has come up clutch time and time again for the Braves off the bench. Bit of a dust-up in the White Sox-Indians game. Adam Eaton with a base hit moves the runner to third, so they can't get him there. Eaton's headed to second. They throw the ball to second. He slides in. He's safe there, but as the shortstop Andres Jimenez kind of gets up, he kind of pulls him off the base a little bit, so Eaton is tagged out. Wasn't too happy about that. Nothing intentional by Jimenez, just as he was kind of getting up, he kind of pushed Eaton's leg off the base, so wasn't super happy about that. The call did stand and Eaton was called out. Brett Phillips just has a knack for involving himself in wild plays here. Ends up scoring on this overthrow here. 2 overthrows, ends up coming around to score a run against the Rangers. David Price collected his first regular season save. He's gotten saved in the playoffs before, but this was the first one of his career in the regular season coming out of the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kyle Schwarber had a walk-off home run to break the scoreless tie for the Nationals. It's his first home run of the season. It was certainly a big one. The Mets once again had another comeback win to beat the Rockies, trying to get Jacob deGrom a victory here. They end up tying the game before Francisco Lindor with the go-ahead single puts him ahead. Edwin Diaz would strike out the side in the final inning. The Reds would also have a comeback victory after the Joey Votto triple play. Tyler Stevenson with the walk-off hit to win the game for the Reds. They are an exciting team to watch right now. Talked about Salvador Perez earlier, getting his 1,000th hit. He ends up hitting a walk-off home run against the Blue Jays to win it for the first place Kansas City Royals. The Oakland A's walked off for their 8th straight victory after starting the season 1-7. Mitch Moreland with the walk-off hit get the A's their 8th straight win. Another crazy ending to the Mets-Rockies game. Runner on at first, the tying run. He tries to steal second. Trevor Story. James McCann throws down to second base to get him. Francisco Lindor is fired up, getting him at second to end the game. Eric Hosmer had a clutch go-ahead single to put the Padres ahead over the Dodgers. They would take the final game of that 3-game set. Rangers and the Orioles tied at 0. Nate Lowe with runners on gets the base hit to win the game for the Rangers. That is going to be just about it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to From the Stands Week 3, Episode 3. This was the 3rd week of April. We'll be back next week recapping another great week of baseball. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions for me, be sure to leave them below. And that's going to be about it, guys. So see you later.